talk about how women choose the wrong men intentionally as a form of self-sabotage, okay? Y'all have been begging me for a video on Cardi B and Halle Bailey, and this is it, although it's probably not what you were expecting. These women had to know, and now have admitted to knowing these men were never good for them. So why get with them? Some people fear success more than they do failure, particularly if they were not groomed for whatever field they are now in. Cardi B was a stripper. She talks about this all the time. And inside, I think she has real deep imposter syndrome. She feels like, oh, the first few hits were a fluke, and now I can't possibly live up to it. She has been saying it. Cardi B confirms Joe Budden's theory that she has been afraid to drop music. Now she says she's no longer afraid. We'll see. She said she was afraid to do everything last year due to anxiety. And I think this has been present since the very beginning of her career. She had to take that break when she was touring, supposedly because she was recovering from plastic surgery. But you knew what the recovery was when you started out. Why would you get plastic surgery in the middle of the tour? The thing is, I think she has always felt like something else was the source of her anxiety. So first she said it was my looks. She went out, she got all that surgery, she got her teeth done and whatnot. She says, now I'm going to feel better. She doesn't feel better. Oh, it must have been something else. She changes her style. She changes up who she's collaborating with. She changes this, that, and the third, and she keeps thinking something else is the source of her inner conflict. And finally, she goes out and gets Offset because she knows this man is going to derail her career. It wasn't a matter of chasing status because when she got with him, she was more successful than him. That's never changed. Even at the height of his fame, he was nowhere near her level as a celebrity. But she said this is going to be a good distraction. First, a lot of women run to men for validation, and then they know they're going to be involved with a lot of back and forth with a no-good man, and she wanted that to keep her from focusing on her career because she might not feel she's worthy of success, but she knows she's going to be more worthy than whoever he cheats on her with. At least in her mind, because we know she's got that colorist hierarchy going on in her mind. But anyway, over to Halle, you got to think about it. She's never been by herself. She premieres with her sister Chloe, and they've always been a unit. And the first time she steps out on her own, instantly there's so much waiting. You know, she's in The Little Mermaid. She's in The Color Purple. She is starring in both of these. The world is unfurling the red carpet at her feet, and she says, I just can't handle it. So she goes to what may seem familiar, because I've always said DDG is somebody Chloe would pick, not Halle. She has never given any indication of being attracted to this type of ghetto hood rat. But she and Chloe are sisters. So at the very least, that means Halle is used to being around this element. And by being with someone who, you know, Chloe would be more familiar with, it means we haven't gone our separate ways. I'm not out here all by myself. Some women are too afraid to walk the path to success alone, and they would rather be on a, you know, mediocre path or even sabotage themselves if it means they're going to have company. And it wasn't an, oh, I'm so attracted to him. Oh, we're so in sync. Oh, we were best friends. You were never best friends. This man was releasing music about how much he hated you, about how much he wanted to feel. Like, he wanted you to feel, sorry. This man has literally never liked you. But for people who have struggled to attain success, having someone in their corner who hates them sometimes feels familiar. Your family was down on you. Your friends were down on you. Oh, you're not with the hood anymore. Oh, you think you're so this and that. Oh, you think you're uppity. I've always said, Halle has a very ethereal beauty that was probably not appreciated around the type of people she, you know, grew up with. That and the kind of music she made. They're like, oh, you think you know, whatever. You think you're so much, you think you're better than me. You know, these people will expel all their insecurities onto you. She internalized them, and women like this and like poor Whitney Houston, you know, they turn around and they get with some no good, grimy hood demographic to prove, oh, I'm really down with you guys. I'm really one of you. And they let that man destroy their life because they are afraid to shine on their own. And it's very tragic. Since y'all refuse to read The War of Art, I'm going to read one of my favorite passages to you because I think it encapsulates these women's mindsets. It's called Resistance and Self-Dramatization. And just for reference, resistance is the force that the author says is keeping you from doing your work. Creating soap opera in our own lives is a symptom of resistance. Why put in years of work designing a new software when you can get just as much attention by bringing home a boyfriend with a prison record? Sometimes entire families participate unconsciously in a culture of self-dramatization. The kids fuel the tanks, the grown-ups arm the phasers, and everybody goes from one spine-tingling episode to another. Nobody gets any work done. Dad gets drunk, mom gets sick, Janie Joe's up to church with an Oakland Raiders tattoo. It's more fun than a movie. And it works. Nobody gets a damn thing done. Sometimes I think of resistance as sort of an evil twin to Santa Claus, who makes his rounds house to house, making sure everything's taken care of. When he comes to a house that's hooked on self-dramatization, his ruddy cheeks glow and he giddy up behind his 8 tiny reindeer. He knows there'll be no work done in that house. And that is exactly what a lot of women do to themselves. They know a bad choice of partner is going to keep them embroiled in drama and scandal, so they never have to get any work done. They tell me, because I don't really follow her career like that, that on one of Cardi B's album, all except one song went platinum. And she said out of her mouth, she didn't think she could live up to that. She didn't think she could keep doing it. This woman has been afraid, and so she self-sabotages with self-dramatization. And I'm imploring you today, ladies, do not do that. I've seen so many women who are on the verge of breaking through. They're about to pass the bar. They're about to pass the medical boards. They're about to do this. They're about to do that. And they get with a man who they know is going to keep them from their goals. And then they claim, oh, well, I really wanted to do this. Oh, I was tired of medicine anyway. I never really wanted to be alert. No, you thought it was easier to be forced into quitting by picking the wrong partner.
I feel like life is like a mirror, and then it shows us everything else that we are about that we're not ready to fix. No, like seriously, like you yourself have your own fears, your own challenges. And I've always felt that women are not emotional. Like, we can tell that this man is not good. Like, you can tell when the person and how they treat you. But there's something I feel like it's like a subconscious training of your mind as well. That you feel that you deserve this person or you can change them. That's why I'm not in the business of changing people. Hey, I always say that I'm too lazy for that, to be changing people, to be trying to see the good in them. Listen, fix yourself. That's why these days now never really find a man who's like they're supporting. Like, I will leave you. Like, as much as I like you, I will leave you. Like, I don't give a damn like who you are. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't beg. Like, I can give you a chance, but the minute I feel like we are digger, no, goodbye, dude. Like, there's no time. Yo.